I first realized that I had irregular sleep problems, delayed sleep, around the age of 8. And my delayed sleep got significantly worse once I hit my teenage years. I did not realize it wasn't just insomnia until I was in my late 20s. And I finally went to a sleep specialist, and he pulled out a book and showed me the definition of what at that time was called delayed sleep phase syndrome.
I think first, to understand what a delayed phase disorder is, you have to understand what a circadian rhythm is. Your body has a circadian rhythm for almost everything it does. But when we talk about it in sleep, we're talking about the sleep-wake cycle, the 24-hour clock that we're on for sleep. And you might have heard of the chemical that natural light stimulates. It's called melatonin. For someone with a delayed phase, it means that their melatonin system is not turning on as early.
A typical day for me is falling asleep around 4 or 5 a.m. and waking up around 11 or 12. During the day, I'm usually fairly tired, but in the evening, as it gets darker out, I start to feel sharper, happier, just more myself.
A delayed person can't sleep until their sleep window happens, which is usually a lot later in the day. But if given the opportunity, a delayed sleeper can sleep really well. They just have to sleep on their timetable.
So I still tried to have a 9 to 5 schedule. And so I would exercise and I would take various sleep medications to try to knock myself out or tire myself out by 1 or 2, and then get up at 8:30 and try to make it to a job at 9. And I lived like that for decades.
If you're a 3 to 11 sleeper, I would have you sleep 3 to 11 for a week or 2. And then what we would do is have you kind of gradually advance your bedtime and advance your wake time very, very slowly. For a delayed person, the switch from standard time to daylight savings time is always a little bit rough because you're losing an hour of sleep.
People with DSPD joke that daylight saving time is the worst day of the year. So instead of falling asleep at 4 or 5 in the morning, we can't fall asleep until 5 or 6 in the morning.
I've seen a lot of positive change, during the pandemic as far as allowing people to work flexible hours, work on their own schedule. Everything is getting done, maybe even earlier, maybe even better quality, because now I can sleep.
I think that the COVID showed that the world doesn't fall apart when we have people working from home, when people have more flexible schedules, and it would actually benefit companies to have their employees work when they're most productive.